What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Candace. I'm here with Confidential Talk. Last night, ooh, we got that good season finale for Ready to Love. And you know, I don't know if y'all watched my last video, but I just feel like this season has literally taken me through so many emotions. I feel differently about everybody each episode. Like, my mind just keeps changing. But yes, we had to talk about it. It was really good. So we are here to do the recap. Let's get right into it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Candace. I do videos on sex, love, relationships, and all things vaginal health. So make sure you guys check out some of my other videos. Make sure you like this video and comment below. I want to know you guys' commentary as well as we go through this recap, okay? And make sure you subscribe to the channel and become part of the Confidential Talk family. So we start the episode off with Vernicia's family meeting Joelle. This, in my eyes, surprisingly went really, really well, okay? So mom starts off right off the bat. She like, do you think you the right man for my daughter? And what are your intentions? Okay? He said, yeah, I'm a good man. I'm the right man for your daughter. I'm good people. Okay? So, you know, I feel like their energy was really good. I think that her mom asked him, you know, would he be doing a good job taking care of her grandbabies, okay? And, you know, he said, yeah, I'm a good father. I got two. And I really like this moment with them because I feel like they both were very family oriented. She had her daughter there, her oldest daughter, her mother and father there, and they seemed to really gravitate and take Joelle. You know, and Joelle was, you know, I liked, you know, I feel like obviously they cut out a lot of stuff, but I do feel like, you know, he came across to be really into Vernicia, to be really open to the idea of them really joining families. And, you know, I just kind of really like this whole scene of them all being together. So it was super cute, you know. And again, see, I always kind of change my mind each episode. I feel like the past couple episodes, like, I didn't know if Joelle and Vernicia's connection was real. I feel like it was just Vernicia really, really liking Joelle, and he's just kind of going with the flow because he's on TV. But, you know, I feel like this past episode, he seemed to really like her too. But I still don't trust him, okay? I still don't trust him, and I think that, you know, I don't know if he's really necessarily mature enough for Vernicia. Or maybe it's just the fact that maybe he is not as into Vernicia as she is into him. So I really am interested to see how this plays out for them, and I can't wait to see the reunion because I really want to know, because I feel like, again, during the reunion, if they still together and it's popping, I'm gonna have to change my mind again. Like, it's just, I don't know. But this episode, I kind of really saw Joelle step it up, and I liked it. So I really, really liked this first date. It was cute. It was cute. So then we move on to Liz's family meets Jason. So Jason walks in and he immediately starts off with a prayer. And I will say, it could have been strategic, but I do feel like it was genuine. You know, I do feel like he came in there and he was like, oh, do we pray yet? Okay, boom. And then it was real quick. And that's how I knew it was genuine. I was like, okay, he ain't really trying to be lengthy with it. He ain't trying to showboat or show off. He literally made that little prayer quick, got out the way, and I like that. I was like, okay, you know, I'm seeing, you know, a good side of him. So, and again, if y'all watched my last video, I just really didn't have good things to say about Jason because I feel like he showed us a side of him that I just wasn't particularly fond of, and I do feel like he might have some player ways. So I don't fully trust Jason, okay? And I still kind of am firm on that, you know. We'll see what the reunion is like. I'm really interested, truly interested after seeing this episode. But whatever the case is, so brother's like, okay, so, you know, you seem to be a man of God. What's your favorite scripture then? Okay, this is the test. And Jason passes. He mentions 2 different scriptures, and he actually mentions kind of what they're about. Maybe he do read the Bible. He know them scriptures very well enough to be like, okay, this one talks about this and this one talks about that. So I did like that. He wasn't like literally quoting scriptures, because I know some people, I do have even family members that, you know, are really into the Bible. They read the Bible and they know their Bible, and they're able to like literally quote scriptures like that. So I could kind of tell when someone's being genuine about that, because I grew up in the church, okay? I grew up in the church. So I synced it all. I synced it, and I know I can kind of tell and pick up when somebody's being genuine. I do feel like Jason's being genuine. as far as him being a man of God. So I do, you know, I did feel like that whole date, or that whole meeting of the family, went really well for them. And he did say in his confessionals that he did feel like they were family. It was more of like family than questioning. And I do feel like a lot of the other dates or the other family meetings were more like questionings versus actually like family getting together and getting to know each other. So I could get Jason where he says like he can appreciate that. But okay, so we move on to the real interesting one. Okay, the interesting family meet. It was Chris' family meeting Amber. Okay, so I thought, first of all, I just want to start off by saying I thought it was really interesting that everybody seemed to meet. It was like the guys met the women's family, and then Chris comes in. It's actually Amber meeting Chris's family. I don't know if y'all like peeped that. I just thought it was kind of odd. I was like, okay, why are they showing? It's kind of like Amber's the man in the relationship. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me. But I kind of mentioned that before. Like I kind of felt like, okay, he seems to be like the Google lead. I won over her, and she seems to just be like, yeah, you know, you cool, I like you, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I feel like there is definitely a dynamic switch there than we're used to seeing in couples in this type of situation, especially with Vernicia and Joelle. So yeah, I just happened to peep that. I don't know if y'all did, so comment below, let me know. So yeah, this was really interesting though. So Keenan, one of the brothers, he says, you're very beautiful. Why haven't anyone wrecked you up yet? And I really hate that question. Oh, I think he pointed out her age too. He was like, you're very beautiful, you're 38, why anyone wrecked you up? I don't like that. Because, and I loved her answer. Her answer was, the real question is, why haven't I let anyone? That's the real answer. And that, thank you, Amber, for saying that, because I hate that question when someone says, why haven't anybody got you? Like, whoa, what you, like, I'm just waiting to, like, I'm a damsel in distress, and I'm just waiting for a man to choose me, and I'm just going, you know, go with it because he chose me. No, like, that's not how it works. I feel like sometimes we're looked at as women like we have to have children by a certain age. We have to be married. We have to be this. We have to be that, or something's wrong. And women, we're people too, okay? And just like men may feel like, you know, I'm not ready for that, or I haven't found the one, or, you know, I'm really focused on my career, or this is that, and this is that. That could be the same with her, okay? I don't think she's just she doesn't seem like the type of person that is just literally like really looking for love. I feel like she's ready for love. I know, I believe at the beginning of the season, she's talked about how she haven't been in a relationship for 10 years. If I'm mistaken, please comment below and let me know. But I think that she hasn't been in a relationship for a really long time, so she is ready to be in a relationship. But I don't see Amber out here just desperately looking for a man. You know what I mean? So I really just don't like that question in general when men ask women that, or just anyone asks anybody that, because it's not about me being took or taken by somebody. It's about me wanting to be took by the people and the options I've had, and maybe I don't want to. Maybe they were not for me. It's not what's the problem with me, it's maybe what's the problem with them, okay? So yeah, I just don't like that question. But she answered it very, very well. She let that man know. The real question is, why haven't I allowed them to, okay? Why haven't I allowed a man to sweep me off my feet and take me? Because okay, I loved her answer. And the first thing I thought when I first was watching this was, are you married? Do you have children? Do you have a successful relationship? What about you? Okay, while you asking about me, I'm 38. I think you around that age too, sir. So what you got going on? Okay? Like, boy. So after that, he asks us, do we have a character flaw we need to discuss that Chris doesn't know about? I just didn't like this brother's demeanor. I just didn't like his questions or his demeanor. Do we have a character flaw? Yeah, I don't know. That I wasn't really rocking with that question. Then the other brother asks, is this real? And she answers, you know, we're in the process. This is a whole process. But outside the show, we talk on the phone, we text, and we've gotten to know each other. Our connection is real. And then Chris is just on the side like, yeah. I don't know if y'all peeped that. So then Kenan brings up last season, and he asks how genuine is she and how does she feel about him. I think she just answered it. You know what I'm saying? They've been really getting to know each other, but you know, whatever the case is. Then she says, watch my actions. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Okay? I think Kenan is a little problematic. I just don't like how he came across. I feel like he will be one of those people that I just would not want to see on holidays. Okay, if they actually decide to get in a real relationship, because honestly, I don't know how y'all feel about Amber and Chris. I've been kind of saying this all along. I don't see it happening. When we see the reunion, I guess we'll find out, but I don't know if I see it going anywhere. But if it does, I would kind of stay clear from Kenan, because he just don't seem to be trusted, okay? And he seemed like he could pop off the mouth. I don't like that. And I feel like Chris was just kind of on the side like, yeah. Like, I mean, some of the questions he asked were kind of like, you know, like, okay, maybe let's word that differently. Maybe let's be less aggressive. I don't know. Whatever the case is, I wasn't feeling it. And in the confessionals, Chris calls her cool, calm, collected, and honest. And he really stands by her being like this honest person. And honestly, I think it's because she says that she's honest and she's being transparent, she's being this and being that. And she says that all the time. But is she really? I like Amber. Don't get me wrong. I said that in the last little recap. I like her. But will I be her friend? No. Is she to be trusted? I don't know about that. But moving right along, we have Kyra's family meet AJ. Again, like the women family meet the guys, and then Chris, I just thought it was weird. I just really thought it was weird, guys. But whatever the case is, she has her mom and her best friend / sister there. The friend asks, what do you think Kyra wants? Soon as she asked this question, I instantly said, I was like, she know what's up. She know how Kyra feels. She knows exactly how she feels and where she's coming from, because that was such a weird question to ask. What do you think Kyra wants? That's what does she want out of what? Does she want out of a relationship? What she want out of a commitment? What she want out of, you know, okay, I guess relationship and commitment can be slightly the same thing, but like, you know, there's just so many different things that could have related to. So what kind of question was that? Okay, I don't know. I wasn't feeling that question. I was like, okay, but he said, I think that, and I think he answered, I think that me and Kyra have similar interests, which was a very general answer. But maybe we had production cutting some things out and we just didn't get maybe more of the answer. I don't know. Mom asks how the relationship with your mom. I like that question. I don't know if we got an answer on that because I didn't write it down. But then she asks, are you romantic? Kyra kind of makes a face when she asks that question as if he's not. And he does say yes. And I feel like throughout this season, we've seen him do very romantic-like things and be affectionate. So I feel like he's being honest when he says he is romantic. I can see him being romantic. So I don't know why Kyra necessarily made a face. The mom likes AJ. But Kyra's kind of salty about it. She's like, Mom, like, don't give in now. Still be hard on them. And I'm just like, again, like, I was kind of frustrated with Kyra in this situation. And, you know, at first watching this the first time, I really felt frustrated with Kyra. I was just like, oh my God, you're giving AJ such a hard time. If you end up not being with him at the end of this episode, you could have just not met the parents. You could have just not met the mom, had him meet your parents. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why go through this if you already had your mind made up? Because in my eyes, the first time watching this episode, I was just like, she already had her mind made up. Why go through all this just to deny him at the end? Like, oh my God. Like, it really... I don't know how y'all feel. Please comment below and let me know what y'all thought about this. But I was really kind of frustrated with Kyra because I was just like, oh my God, like, you want your mom to not like him. You want her to be this. You want her, like, what is it? Do you just not want AJ? And if that's the case, be honest with this man, okay? Because he clearly likes you. I feel like it's very clear that AJ is into Kyra. So, like, girl, if you already know and have your mind made up and you just keep saying you don't, just for what, to be on TV still, even though you still did not make it to the end because you did not leave as a couple. And that's, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really, I was just like, what's going on here? What's going on? I was highly frustrated with Kyra. That it really irritated me. So the mom asks him if him and Kyra got together, what would that look like? And he answers he doesn't know. And that disappoints Kyra. She does mention in the confessionals, since he doesn't know, she still doesn't know. And again, I was so frustrated with Kyra. I'm going to tell you guys how I feel when we get to Kyra meeting AJ's mom, because it definitely clicked to me why Kyra has so many reservations and why she may have, you know, she likes him, but, you know, she's been kind of teeter-totting a little bit with the whole situation. So I'll stay to the end. Please watch to the end, because I'm going to explain to you guys what at least I feel like has unfolded really in this episode after watching it like 3 or 4 times, y'all. Like, crazy. So, but yeah, she just says she doesn't know how she feels because he didn't know, like, he didn't answer that question. And at first I'm just like, Kyra girl, oh my god. But, you know, you gotta think about it like this. She's already has so many reservations about AJ, you know, when it comes to handling her heart. So if the mom, if he's really interested in this, if he's really interested in this connection, in them going, getting into a committed relationship, why does he not know how to answer that question, or why does he can't give examples or how it would look for them? So I could understand, after, you know, watching the episode a couple times, I was like, okay, I kind of understand why Kyra was just like, you know, I already have these reservations about you, and then when you get asked this question, you don't know how to answer it. So I understand that she seems to be a very guarded person, and that might be something that she has to personally work through, especially because she wants to find love. She has to be open, you know, to the idea of being vulnerable, and the possibility of getting her heart broken, because that, I mean, that could honestly happen with anyone in a relationship. So I do feel like she does have to be she has to let that guard down. No, she does have to ease that guard down to give love an opportunity. Whatever the case is, we get to Amber's family meeting Chris. So Amber's brother asks Chris how many serious relationships he's been in, and he says 4. Everybody like, ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. And the first thing I was thinking, I was like, dang, that's a lot. He like 41. Like, I mean, I guess serious relationships maybe going into marriage. In that case, that is a lot. I think it depends on the degree of what you consider a serious relationship. Has Chris ever been potentially married before? Now, if he's been potentially married 4 times, then, you know, lots of questions. That is kind of odd. Yeah, definitely weird. I feel like on a younger scale, though, you know, when you're like in your 20s and someone asks you how many serious relationships you've been in, I feel like when you're in your 20s, like myself, it's just like, you know, you think of serious relationships as something a little bit different than, you know, you would at 41. So it was just kind of, at first I was like, dang, 4 is a lot, but then I was like, okay, well, he is 41, and I mean, I guess at that level, serious relationship would be almost marriage. But, and, you know, and for me, I don't know how you guys feel about marriage, but for me, I feel like marriage is something not to play with. That is something like you're deciding to spend the rest of your life with this person, and that is not a decision you can make in a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's just my personal opinion. That takes time, okay? You gotta see the ugly, you gotta see the good, you gotta see the bad, you gotta see every side of that person, and make sure that is for you, and you can, you know, go through the hurdles that relationships you get, that comes, you know what I mean, that comes in relationships. So I do feel like, again, for his age, it just depends. It depends on what you consider a serious relationship. Then we get Joelle's family meeting Vernicia. She walks in, and instantly Joelle's sister was like, you're beautiful. And I think it was Joelle's sister and niece, which was her daughter, that Vernicia got to meet. So we really see Vernicia answer like one question. I think she asked, or like 2 questions. I think the sister asked Vernicia to tell them about herself. And And then she, of course, she brings up her kids, and then she asks, like, well, you know, you have 3 kids, Joel has 2, so that's 5. Like, you know, will you be able to handle all these kids? And she's like, yeah, I raised kids. It ain't my own, honey, okay? I raised some kids. I love the kids, okay? Can't nobody come between me and the kids. I'm raising my ex's kids, my first boyfriend's kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't deal with them, no drama. No drama. I hope that's not what she meant. I don't think that's what she meant, but like when she was saying that, she was just like, you know, like I was just thinking to myself, do you still have a relationship with your past relationships kids? Like, do you still have, that makes sense? Do you still have relationships with the kids in your past relationships? I need that to be answered, because I don't know how I feel about that. I think that might be a little odd, but unless they were like married for years and she practically raised them, then that's different. But yeah, so we need some clarification on that. But then she leaves. We really don't see much else. We don't really see any other interaction, but it seemed to go really well. Joelle's sister says she thinks Vernicia likes him too much. Joelle says that could be possible based upon the time they've known each other. So she could like him too much than to be expected for the time that they've known each other. But he believes that, you know, somebody can be googly-eyed over somebody, you know, off the bat. That's normal. Which I think that too. I think that when you really like somebody and, you know, they just make you feel good and girly and so, I mean, I've been there, okay? I've been googly-eyed over somebody real quick, okay? So I can't talk. But yeah, so then we go on to Jason's mom meeting Liz. And then we kind of get like both at the same time. We get Jason's mom meeting Liz, then we get AJ's mom meeting Kyra. We're gonna talk about AJ's mom meeting Kyra. Now this date right here left me with a lot of questions. And one of the questions I asked was, did AJ's mom ruin his chance with Kyra? Potentially, or have a huge impact on Kyra's decision not to be with AJ. And, you know, again, I was really frustrated with Kyra for going through with this at first, because I felt like she had already made up her mind. But in reality, I don't think she necessarily did. And AJ's mom confirmed everything that Kyra was feeling this whole entire time. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. Moms, you ruined it for the guy. You ruined it for AJ. You low-key did. Because I wonder if she didn't reveal so much in this moment, if they would still be together, or if she would have chose to be in a committed relationship with AJ. So we're gonna start this date off, or this family gathering. She asks Kyra, what does she need to know about her, and what is it about her that is intriguing, that has captured AJ's attention, because she wants grandbabies, okay? You need to hurry it up, because she wants some grandbabies. She ain't got none from him. I think she said it sounds like she has some, but not from AJ. And she like, come on, AJ, you're 38. AJ's mom. Then we cut out to Jason and Liz. We're going to skip that. We're going to all talk about it at once. So we go back to AJ, and AJ's mom talks about how talented her son is, okay? He taught himself how to play the piano. He taught himself how to produce music, and he's this and that and the other. And then she talks about, is this another engagement and potential disengagement? Are you guys really ready to date? When she said this was like strike one. This was like, whoa. Because, you know, she confirmed that her son usually may really like somebody for a second, and then, you know, after a while, he just kind of leaked that alone. He don't do anything, you know. He kind of backs up from the situation, or he just becomes uninterested. And she revealed that at that moment. Kyra did bring up the fact that they have some frustrations. Mom asks what kind of frustrations. She brings up the past where he did not pay for the date. And at that moment, I was just like, oh my God, girl. I thought you forgave him for this earlier in the season. And when you, listen, if you forgive somebody for something, you guys talked about it, you've come to agreement that you've forgiven them, you gotta put that shit in the past, okay? Dig a hole, throw it in there, cover it back up, okay? There's no reason to be bringing that up right now. He made it up to you. I believe earlier in the season he had a fantastic date for you. You know, it was really, really nice. It was romantic, and it was really to make up, and he made it very clear that it was to make up for, you know, him not paying for that date that one time. And I believe I heard her forgive him. So why aren't you bringing it up, girl? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right, because that's not the frustrations that you guys been having. It's not about that date. It's actually about maybe some of the little arguments that we don't know about that you could have brought up, so us viewers could be in on what kind of arguments y'all be having, because, you know, obviously we've heard throughout the season that they go back and forth. Let's talk about that. Those are the frustrations we need to hear about, okay? We ain't heard about that goddamn date. You ain't forgave the nigga. Let it go, girl. Anyways, Mom lets it be known that she's old-fashioned and that wasn't cool, so she on Kyra's side. But Kyra in the confessionals is expressing that she is concerned and she doesn't want it to be another project. She's still deliberating. Again, at first, super frustrated with Kyra. I'm like, oh my god, girl. But after watching this scene a couple times, it was very clear that everything that Kyra was feeling about AJ to begin with, his mother confirmed. So with her having such a high guard up, I could understand why she felt like, I don't know if I want to go this route. I don't know if I want to be with him, or I don't want to know if I want to give him my heart and be in a committed relationship, because she even said at the end that she is 10 toes down. Once she's in it, she is in it, and she doesn't want to go back. But, you know, feeling like, you know, and that's with her, and that's going to be her completely being vulnerable, but she doesn't trust AJ or feel comfortable enough with AJ to give him that. And that's what I felt in this moment. I was like, you know, and I think that's why she really liked Jason, because she actually trusted Jason. She liked AJ. I feel like she's always liked AJ, but I feel like she liked Jason, but she trusted Jason. She felt like, you know, with him being romantic and this and that and the third, and probably, you know, telling her sweet nothings, I mean, at the end of the day, she probably felt more secure with Jason. So that's why she really wanted that to be, you know, her connection. So it cut off. I don't know where I left off. But I know that we're about to start talking about Jason and Jason's mom meeting Liz. So Jason's mom off the bat, she said, so let's talk money. Which I thought was weird at first. I was like, wow, Mom, school me. But Liz, you know, she expresses that she knows the struggle, but she also had the opportunity of being privileged. So, you know, and then she talks a little bit about her upbringing. And again, I could just appreciate Liz. I think that she's such a good woman. She's so beautiful. She's so honest, genuine. I think that is an honest, genuine, pure woman right there for sure. I love Liz. She is so great. And she just comes across genuine always. I don't think that she's trying to, you know, be anything or anybody else but Liz. So then she asks, do you know how to lead him without him knowing he's being led? And she says she's never been married, so she doesn't honestly know, but you know, with prayer and wisdom, she thinks that God will show her the way. And again, a genuine answer. I love Liz. It was fantastic. I wouldn't know how to answer that question because, you know, listen, I know how to lead. I am a natural leader, okay? And you know, my boyfriend gonna watch this. Listen, y'all, in my relationship now, I do that, okay? I lead without, you know, I make him feel like he leading, but you know, I'm leading for real. I'm leading, whatever the case is. But I really loved her answer. It was very genuine, and she's just such a phenomenal woman. And her confessional, she does say that she thinks his mom likes her, and she does like her mom. So that was just, they relationship since Jason has chose Liz, they've just been so cute, like just so romantic and cute. So I am really interested to see, you know, what their relationship is gonna look like during the reunion. I will be very, very actually disappointed and surprised if Jason and Liz have not made it. And I know I've heard some, or I've seen some comments even under some of my recaps that, you know, people are like, Jason and Liz ain't gonna make it, da da da. But I really, for me, I love it. But I do feel like if they were not to make it, it's gonna be on Jason, okay? It's gonna be Liz is a little bit too mature for Jason, and Jason's on them games, okay? I told you I don't fully trust him yet, so you know, I wouldn't be 100% surprised, but I would definitely be disappointed if he hurt my girl Liz, okay? So then we get Tommy recapping the season with some small clips. Everybody is about to meet with their significant other and give each other's answers, which we pretty much know everybody's answer except for Kyra and AJ. Okay, so we get Kyra and AJ first. She says she's trying to get her thoughts together to tell him how much he means to her, but at the same time she's nervous how he will receive it. And that's what we're kind of left with, because you know, now we're thinking like, okay, she says she really likes him, but she don't know how he's going to receive her answer, which means it's probably not going to be the answer that he wants to hear. And I even wrote my notes, Kyra at this point stresses me out. Please do not embarrass this man on national television. And again, at first I was just seeing it as like this girl already had made up her mind and she's playing these games, but I do really feel like she had those reservations, and mama confirmed everything. Mama confirmed it. So you know, he ain't got nobody to blame but his mammy, period. Well, I mean, not necessarily that, not just her not just her, I mean, you know, but I think she had a huge impact on the fact that, yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But whatever the case is, Joelle starts walking to meet with Vernicia. Joelle said he is going to put his money on Vernicia, okay? They ready to make this a committed relationship. Amber meets with Chris. In the confessionals, Amber says that he may not choose her. Girl, I doubt it. Okay, Chris has been rocking with you, googly-eyed over you this whole season, okay? I put in my notes, he been riding her coattail even when she was kissing Ron, honey, okay? Listen, Chris is gonna choose you. So we get back to AJ and Kyra. Very clear that AJ wants Kyra, and it's just so cute, the fact, you know, but I'm really curious of how their personal relationship was, to the fact that it made her feel that non-trusting of him. I'm really curious of how their personal conversations went. But Kyra says, I feel like we like each other enough to make that commitment, but do we know each other enough to make that commitment? And they skip out on us again. Then we see Liz and Jason meet. They playing with us with this Kyra and AJ situation. They playing with us. So then we get Liz and Jason. He brings her, looks like a dozen white roses. He's so romantic. I mean, the whole coming up behind her and, you know, saying something. I forgot what he said to her, but it was just so romantic. Every time I just see their scenes, it's just him being romantic. So how is Jason regularly? Because I remember at a point in the season where he talked about how he doesn't get shown appreciation for who he is because he didn't get brought up that way, but he just seems to be this romantic. I don't know, I feel like if you're not used to people being sweet and nice and giving you compliments and stuff like that, how are you this sweet, nice person? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know about Jason. I don't know. Is it just a front? How is he on an everyday basis? Is he just like this super romantic guy like that? Like, what is it? Joelle asks, we get to Joelle and he asks Vernicia why she chooses him. And she says she wants her kids to see her in love, and a man loving her properly. He brings out the softer side of her. She's always used to, you know, being kind of like the mom and dad, so she got to be stern. They always see her being like this hard woman. So, you know, just for her kids to see a softer side of her, that's what she wants. And then they give each other a kiss. And I wrote my notes, is Joelle a good kisser? Because their kiss, again, I feel like their connection seemed really strong when they would meet each other's family, but like his kissing does not seem good at all. Like he just sits there with his lips pressed into her lips, and they don't move. You know, there's no type of nothing. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just thinking, I'm just going, we just go chalk it up to Joelle can't kiss. So then we get Chris with Amber, and Chris of course chooses Amber. Amber says that Chris caught her mind. She chooses him too. He says he got a home up the street. Skirt. Y'all not married? Y'all not married. So now you want to have sex? See, I told y'all. I don't know. I wasn't buying it. He ain't waiting to marry. She just waiting so they could be off TV, and then he gonna disappoint her. Then I'm just kidding. He may not disappoint her, but I don't know. Why would you save yourself for marriage, and now that y'all choose each other, y'all a committed relationship, y'all can have sex? Please make it make sense, guys, in the comments. Help me out. But when they kiss, it does seem genuine, okay? That was a real kiss. They had some tongue action, it was a kiss. So please teach Joelle and Vernicia some tips. At least Joelle, because I don't know if it's Vernicia, because it's really just Joelle just pressing his lips up against hers. I don't know. Whatever the case is, we get back to Kyra and AJ. Kyra says that she's thankful for their journey and she likes him a lot. But then she says, but I don't know if today I can commit to being your girlfriend. They need more time to reveal to one another who they are. AJ feels like it's a blow. He's surprised. He was not expecting her to say that. And especially with everything that's been taking place with, I guess, meeting each other's parents. And pretty much what he sacrificed with him not choosing Alexis and choosing her. She compliments the song, and then he said, it's called I Choose You, and I wrote it for you. Oh, so romantic. Y'all, and you rolled your eyes when your mom asked AJ if he was romantic, and he said, yeah. Girl, he is so romantic. He wrote you a song. That was cute. And in the confessional, she says she has not found love. Instead of choosing to make a decision she wasn't ready to make, she chose to stay true to herself. And that is something I could truly appreciate. Instead of you being disloyal, dishonest, you know, to yourself, just to maybe not embarrass somebody on national television, you know, honestly, depending on where you and AJ was, I would have called him up and been like, listen, this is how I feel, this is what's going on, but I don't want to do you like this on national television. So this is what's gonna happen. Like, I mean, have a conversation, do that, you know what I'm saying? Because he was really taking off, and he had the song, he had the rose. I mean, it was just so romantic, and you literally broke that man's heart. It was literally, it took him by surprise. So again, I'm just really curious, if y'all talking all the time, y'all, you know, trying to build a committed relationship, how often are your conversations outside of the show? Because somebody should have warned somebody about this, okay? Somebody should have warned somebody about what was about to happen. But yeah, he says that, yeah, it was a blow to him and he was confused. And in the confessionals, yep, she says she has to stay true to herself. And I know a lot of people wouldn't take that route, you know, just to please other people, or, you know, just to be in a relationship, or just to give it a shot, you know. But she is somebody that is super guarded, and she is not about to become vulnerable with you unless she could trust you with her heart. And it's very clear that that's the way she is. In the confessionals, AJ says that you have to be willing to follow your gut and listen to your instinct. So I guess maybe they asked him if he regretted his decision, and, you know, I'm glad that he answered it that way, because at the end of the day, you know, it's not about just being with somebody, it's about choosing the right person that you feel like is right for you, okay? And he came there for a committed relationship, and he's leaving the same way that he came. So that was just really disheartening and disappointing to kind of see. You know, I really felt for AJ. I really wish he didn't get his heart broken on national television. But honestly, this might be a little opportunity for him to come back and really get some really nice engagements, and hopefully he can make one a committed engagement, okay? Because, you know, Kyra, I would not give her a second chance. You know, this was y'all's second chance, so I wouldn't double back. So I'm really curious, because I know y'all probably saw, if you saw the episode, you probably saw what's to come on this reunion. He was asked, you know, out of these two women now, who would you choose? And the way Jason kind of made a face, it seemed like he probably still chose Kyra. So I feel like maybe in that scenario, he should have just said, I think these are both lovely women, but at this point in time, you know, they're just not for me. Because Kyra, after doing me like that on TV, girl, I couldn't have chose her after that. I don't know, but that might be me being a woman and being petty. I don't know, but please tell me what y'all think about this episode, this recap that I did. Please comment y'all commentary in the comment box. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and become part of the Confidential Talk family. Check out some of my other videos. I have other recaps on Ready to Love, and I also do have some sex, love, relationship, and vaginal health related videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.